Haven't done Chamois yet. We'll give Chamois a go. So Chamois is all about the hexes, the Hagatha schemes, and the fountains. If you can get those 3 cards, I mean, this is really nice as well, the lackey. Easy Scribe, because Scribe is stupid. Easy Piloted Treader, because Piloted Treader is stupid. Muckmorpher, eh? Like, if I take a lot of cards with Death Rattle, because the first 2 cards have both got Death Rattle there, Muckmorpher could be reasonable. 1 Bloodlust is probably fine. It's a walking fountain. We're going to take the walking fountain. We're always going to take the walking fountain. If I'm offered walking fountain, I take walking fountain. Obviously, big game hunter there. I guess Replicating Menace is fine. It summons 3 Microbots, and we've got a Bloodlust. Ooh, Fire Elemental. Like, this card never turns up. Oh boy, that's spicy. So we got a lot of mid-game. It's just all about getting some early game now. I'd love to take the Burley, but it's far too greedy. Magic Carpet. It's going to be the Gnomish Experimenter. Unless we can get some things fused to this flying machine. It's a 2-drop. Nice easy Hogsteed there. Super powerful card, Hogsteed. Jeweler. Trog's a little bit awkward for people. Is this a Witch's Brew? It has some value, doesn't it, Witch's Brew? If you've got any kind of board. You don't really have a Murloc deck, but that is a Dark Iron Dwarf. Another Fire Elemental, really? Wow, that is quite lucky. Both of these cards are good. I think we go with the Sludge Slurper. Charged Hammer. That feels pretty sick. And we got the Stormforge Axe, which is super important as well to have that. Gnome, Silverhand Regent's pretty nutty. Well, bottom of the barrel stuff here. I guess we just go wide with the Pantry Spider since we've got this Bloodlust. Second Hex. Second Hex, I guess so. Third Hex, oh my word. Mech Warper, how are we doing for mechs here? Rubbish. We got 1 mech. Is it the Totem Golem? Like, Hex could be just a bit slow, you know. Totem Golem it is there. As soon as we turn down the mech, we start getting offered the mechs elsewhere. Tusker Totemic's fine. Faceless Rager doesn't really have a good target, does it, Faceless Rager, at all? It's going to be a 5/3. Which is not necessarily bad for 3 mana. I suppose, we'll take the Totemic. I remember Thunderbluff Valiant being pretty good. Madder Bomber's also okay. But I do remember this card being quite good with your totems. Questing might be a little bit too greedy, really. Corsair has got a chance since we've got 2 weapons. But the Whirly Glide is not necessarily a bad thing. We don't have any... Oh, we've got the one. We've got the one thing to magnetise it to there, the Replicating Menace. But the 0-2 bomb, at least, will also benefit from the Dark Iron Dwarf, and it'll also benefit from the Bloodlust. Another Hex. Or a Menacing Nimbus. Is 3 hexes too much? I'm going to go 3 hexes here. I think maybe the Nimbus was a good pick as well. Oh, okay. Game does not like me today, does it? I've had a few disconnections. Yeah, I do love Piloted Shredder though, and the game loves Piloted Shredder as well. Like, the game recognises it's a stupid card. So we play Sludge Slurper and get overloaded by 1. They ping on their turn 2, and we also do nothing on our turn 2. Or we make a Totem Golem and then play the Slurper on the following turn. And he's there. Bam! Straight in with the Frostbolt. Right on cue. No messing about. But now he's got to ping as well, so... Or not. So we've got Shredder on curve. If we wanted it.
For my glory.
Double time and double time.
Like, this is pretty much the worst lackey for us there. I would have loved the Discover a Spell 1 or summon a random 2-drop. Going second sucks. So, if he gets Conjurer's Call, he took it very quickly. Oh, okay, that's fine. If he took, I'd expect that to be Conjurer's Calling when they take it instantly, because that's really the only 3-drop that's any good. That seemed a pretty good turn. Let's get my hero ability swapped over. Double quick. Feel free to ooze it. I would like to change my hero ability. See, he's doing a lot of things and drawing a lot of cards, but he's not putting anything on the board. Look, he's doing nothing again. He's just getting more cards. This is like a trap card. You think, oh, Raven's really good. It's not. It's not. It's done nothing at all. That's quite good. It's pretty good. Like, you're on 13, he's hoping for the Doomsayer. Does not get the Doomsayer. GG. Got a Flame Strike? Flame Strike or GG? He's got a Flame Strike. Keeps him in the game. Ooh. Smoke. You're on 5. I have 2 hexes. I have a hero ability that's going to be dealing 2 damage. Congrats on your 8 cards in hand, sir. But I've got all this value. Look at all these amazing cards. It's like, yeah, but you've got to play them. You can't just go draw more cards, Raven, look at another card, Raven again, look at another card. You've got to play the cards, or else you will lose. This is a person who doesn't understand the whole tempo versus value thing. You know, yes, yeah. I mean, there's times where we all see the value and get greedy. You know, there are times like that. Like me with my triple hex. You know, that's value. That's assuming there's going to be a late game where you get to hex 9/9s and stuff like that, or hex somebody's minion that's got 3 other mechs glued to it.
You stand before King Rastakan.
Totemo Golemo. That's nice because we get to play the Hogsteed turn 3. To maybe sort of, because he might play something like a 3/2. You know. If I play this turn 2, there's a good chance he drops a 3/2 to try and punch it the following turn and finish it off with a ping. So Hogsteed just intercepts there and goes, nope. So what we're hoping he doesn't do is coin out a big guy. And what was I saying? What was I saying? I think I called this one. I think I called this one pretty well. And he's now, curses, my plan has been foiled. And now he's going, yeah, now I've got to coin something out every time. It's a pretty good one to coin out. No arguments there. Go wide with the double spider, or just drop. This is probably okay.
Such a beautiful design.
Funnel cakes! Get your funnel cakes here!
Good draw with the axe. Wee. Oh.
Perfect cat.
Run! I will hold them off.
I think we found a hex target. I'm going to use my weapon there because I'm pretty much obviously going to play Charged Hammer next turn.
I just want some peace and quiet!
Obviously hits one of the 1/3s. Oh, I love Healing Totem. It's so good. Where's my Bloodlust?
This only works on the simple-minded.
Yeah, when he killed the 1/1 on that turn, he pretty much has to run his big guy into my big guy there. If he does anything else, he just loses too much tempo. La la la! Like, this card is the nuts! Well, next to Walking Fountain, but just give me a deck full of fire elementals. No one can beat me. Actually, everyone can beat me. I'm doing nothing until turn 6. Where's my Bloodlust? Just whip off the top of the deck. Yoink! Look, he's been holding that Black Knight going, play something with taunt! Play something with taunt! Me, no. No interest in playing anything with taunt. Sorry. Yeah, so I've got all 4 totems out. And I'm about to change my hero ability to deal 2 damage. Flame Strike. Just a Kraken. Don't mind me, I've got just a big game hunter ready for that Kraken.
I've got the beast in my sight.
I got the beast in my sights. I remember when this was 3 mana, wasn't it? It was 3 mana. It pumped it up to 5 because 3 is just too good. I've got some bad cards in hand, so, you know, if he puts something down with Taunt, he could get back into the game. I mean, obviously my hero ability right now is ridiculous. 2 again. Another North Sea Kraken. So greedy, this guy, isn't he? Super, super, super greedy. Double North Sea Kraken. Bloodlust off the top. Rip, rip, rip. Rip that Bloodlust. Send him to the Shadow Realm. It's like, just give me something. Okay, Dark Iron Dwarf. We can work with this.
You call that a weapon?
Let's see what the lackey brings us. Oh, okay. If he gets Conjurer's Calling now, I'm just gonna cry. I will. I'll just break down in tears and just end the stream right away. Like, I don't think I can take a Conjurer's Calling on a 9-drop. Oh, I thought he was doing it. Oh, when I saw those 3 mana crystals get used, I was just going to go, no. Not today, not this way. Oh, that's a spicy lightning storm. Soul's making a lot of Murlocs, but that is super spicy lightning storm. Look at that. Oh, that's so rude, isn't it? That is disgusting. Yeah, I remember when Mind Control was 8 mana as well. First pick. It's like, oh, I'm being offered my 4th Mind Control in Arena. That's absolutely fine. Yes, I'll take that as well. Never have enough Mind Controls when it was 8 mana. Because the thing is, because Mage was everywhere and everyone had 3 Flame Strikes minimum in the deck, you had to play big guys. You couldn't just have an army of 3/3s half the time. Flame Strike, everything dies. So you played big guys and then the priest just came along and went, yoink! I'll have that, thank you very much. These can all go away. They're pretty suboptimal cards. 13 people in chat at the moment. Business is picking up. Click that follow button if you're not already. Oh, we've got a bad hand here. Look at this Witch's Brew. 1 Witch's Brew. It's just going to be there in my opening hand. Doing absolutely nothing. Oh, hello. I love this guy. Just not right now. We've got our first sighting of a walking fountain. Hex! Hex! Ooh, spicy! Super, 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 super spicy. Look at that value there. Gnomish Experimenter showing Charged Hammer. Yeah, Dark Iron Dwarf. Yeah, used to give a permanent +2, not just for 1 turn. Only took them 3 years to balance that stuff, right? He might go face with that. Like, I'd be tempted to go face with that just so I can't play the Charged Hammer. I guess it's a mech.
Funnel cakes.
Oh, okay.
Get your funnel cakes here.
So you've got to kill the mech there. Like, it's not a choice. You know, it's not like an optional thing. It's just like, yes, I have to kill the mech. We get to go Fire Elemental, a 3/2. Thing is, because we've got Walking Fountain, we can just take some damage. We can just use our face. Might even just be Scribe next turn, to be honest. Scribe seems better.
Shush.
Maybe it doesn't. Like, he can't smoke me down because of the walking fountain. He obviously doesn't know I've got it yet.
End this disturbance.
Okay, that's pretty good.
For my glory.
What a tragedy! Better write this down.
I don't get to fountain next turn if I bolt that guy. So we just kind of go fountain, fountain.
Depart, foul creature! You call that?
No, that's absolutely fine. Absolutely fine.
Put it on paper.
And that's why you always take walking fountain. From a board looking quite bad to me having 4 guys and a hero ability that deals 2 damage. Seems good. I see walking fountain, I take walking fountain.
Minions, take to the streets.
Oh no, I no longer make totems. Sad times. Yes, I do. I have Tusker Totemic. Ha ha ha! Sneaky.
Did you bring some fish?
X marks the spot.
So again, I ask the question. I have drafted a Bloodlust. Can I draw a Bloodlust? It's a secret.
There is a lot at stake here.
So it could be a counter spell.
Never skip day.
Or maybe it's not. So we're hoping it's not effigy.
X marks the spot.
Hexing the first one would have been incredible, but if it's a counter spell for the hex, I don't want to do that, so... Like, who plays effigy as well? It's more likely to be a counter spell. Yawn portal. Oh, that's a shame. So like this hero ability just gives me tons of value. Thanks for the follow there, King Karok. Ah! What's he doing? He's making a 7/7. This is scary. Luckily, I have the Hex. I do not regret taking these hexes. Do not regret at all. So we've had an 8 wins today. We've had a 7 wins. We had a 5. This deck again looks pretty good. Doing some business. Oh, Pyroblast. Look at that. Couldn't even go face with the Pyroblast. Ooh, that's the best one for this particular time. Lightning Storm. Five HP already. Feels like I haven't done any damage to him. Is it a Vaporize? It's an Ice Barrier.
Ready, sir.
Flame Strike off the top of the deck. Oh! Ah! Oh! Kind of cold. Flame Strike. Concede.
We shall end this disturbance.
Okay. It's good. Ooh.
Well met.
To battle. Reporting for duty.
If you insist.
Now this needs to be incredible, this card at 2 HP with me having a hero ability that deals 2 damage. He needs a walking fountain. Unfortunately, he's playing mage. Face! Reporting for duty. This guy here, this little 1/1's like, I did it, I won! As he gets summoned right as we win. I'm on the winning team. I did a thing. I contributed.
Rastakhan versus Gul'dan.
Gul'dan. Well, there's my walking fountain, but we don't really want that here. Can we keep the totemic? No, there's better cards there. I want weapons. Oh, Bloodlust. Oh, we get it opening hand. Like, we don't get it when we've got 8 minions on the board. Mulligan away, totemic. Immediately redraw a totemic. Make a 3/2. Thank you very much. Hogsteed just completely wrecking him here. Wee, wee. Unlucky, sir. And that's why Hogsteed is ridiculous, as it just completely ruins his day. And now he taps on turn 2, don't you? You tap. Yes, of course you tap, because you're such a bad player. Why?
This is going to be amazing.
Goodbye, replicating menace. I was there going, please don't be fountain. As long as it's not fountain. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. That is so unfortunate.
Did you bring some fish?
Watch this.
I'm going to trade here because I've got this totem and I've also got this guy. So I kind of want to go really wide, and especially with the Bloodlust, I just want to go as wide as possible, get as many minions into play. And this is the Hellfire turn as well. So if he goes face with the 1-1, we know what's going on.
There is a lot at stake.
So this is pretty good since I can make 2 totems next turn.
It's not just the city of mages.
Yeah, you're getting hexed, I'm afraid. It's just how it is.
Push me.
So I really want to get this charged hammer online as well.
We shall end this disturbance.
I think you're getting hexed.
Do not push me.
Do you think he's getting annoyed by these hexes yet? No, continue to make 1 big minion. It's the exploding sheep.
One shot, one kill.
He really did not like me having minions, did he? Well, we've got a chance to go wide again with the Pantry Spider and the Jeweler next turn. Let's see whether he goes 1 big minion again.
I wonder. I see everything.
Not a bad draw.
You call that a win? I need mana.
So again, just set up the wide board for the Bloodlust. Dig, dig, dig. Is this 1 big minion a turn deck? Yes, indeed, it is dig, dig, dig. So you've got 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 damage. Oh, but we've also got a walking fountain. 13 damage to the face, putting him on 2, but we take 15 on the swing back.
Such a beautiful design.
Seems pretty good. He can't Hellfire now. Feel free to take damage and buff your floating watcher some more.
So many possibilities.
Like, you just can't afford to do this strategy of just making one minion every single turn. You know, that's pretty much what he did from turn 4 onwards. He just went 4 drop, 5 drop, 6 drop, 7 drop, 9 drop. Fine. Yep. You can't play that way. I mean, sure, it's possible he was just super unlucky and those were the cards he was got offered, but he just... For everything I saw there, it was just way too greedy a deck, far too expensive. You've got to go wider or else you're just going to get smoked.
Rastakan versus Taranda. You stand before King Rastakan.
Well, we've got the axe. That is a nice card to have here. Like, going second, you absolutely want this axe.
The light protects me.
Okay. Okay then. I'm really not sure why he just did that. But okay. Wow. That was super bad.
Didn't sign up for this.
+2/+2? Nope. So obviously we can coin Hex if we so choose, but I'm not really that bothered. Yeah, I'm not super bothered. Maybe play the Whirly Glider and the Bloodsail Raider instead.
X marks the spot.
Because we can Hex next turn, because he might magnetize something to the 4/5 and then we just Hex it. We just wait for him to get greedy. Like, if he gives it +5/+5 and then goes face for 9.
In the light's name.
You smell like a leopard.
This is going to be amazing.
Value! I'm fine leaving him with the 4/4 by itself. Especially with 2 hexes in hand now. And he knows I've got Hex now, so he can't even magnetize anything to this anymore.
Watch
freed from the curse.
I mean, it still trades with these two. Well, I mean, even worse for him.
There is a lot at stake.
It just trades him a totem. But we've got the charged hammer now.
I supply only the finest creatures.
Any more spells you want to play? Is this basically his deck? He just wants to get... Because that's why he was playing that Silent Zone minion draw a card. He's just playing this with a million spells. Like, it's literally, he's got nothing else in his deck apart from this. I think that actually might be the case. Yeah, I just want to get this charged hammer switched off. I mean, that's how I win the game, by turning this into a 2 damage thing.
We shall end this disturbance.
Do we ship this guy off?
Do not push me.
We probably do, don't we? Like, fountain's more important there. Okay, I guess he was pretty desperate. Just mind control a casual 4-2. You can't go face because it's got rush and you've only just gained control of it this turn. So I'm guessing he's got another mind control. So I'm just going to chuck some guys out there. Like, because there's no way you waste a mind control there unless you've got a second mind control. Have a 2-1.
Is someone injured?
Magic detected.
Birds outside being really noisy. Like, there's... Right round the back of my house we put up like a big bird feeder with 6 different types of bird seed and bird balls for fat balls and stuff like that, and that's the one downside. Boy, are they noisy. Okay, I hate to say this, but it may be all over for you. I have big board. You have nothing. How is this guy 4-0 with this absolute pile of cards? Oh, he made himself untargetable and then went to heal himself for 2. Oh my god! No, I can't handle it. I just can't handle this. Like, seriously, dude. What are these people doing? Oh my god. Make myself untargetable, then go to heal myself for 2. Absolute world-class memery from this person. Oh, beautiful. Someone needs to clip that. Oh god, oh, I can't take it. This is too much. Tough EU players. Yeah. So, you know, Chris is saying, like, why don't I see players like that? Probably because you are one of those players. Nah, I'm just going. That was uncalled for. But yeah, I'm done. I'm just absolutely done. It's just too much. It really is just too much. I really want to keep that walking fountain. Because we're playing against a druid, he's obviously going to go wide. And walking fountain's really good at getting back into the game when your opponent goes wide. Yeah, he's on the token job. Yes, he's on the tokens. He's tokening it up. Ooh. That's really nice against tokens. Now he has the hero ability. He could trade and make a couple of tokens.
Don't worry, loves. The cavalry's here.
So he needs +1/+1 to all his guys right now. And he doesn't have it. He does not have it. Oh, another reasonable draw right there. We've got Overload 1. Do we want to coin this guy out as well? I think we do. Because he's got to kill it. He can't go face with that. Because it's just going to fill the board up with 1/1s.
It's clobbering time.
Yeah, there you go. He's got to kill it. Does not have a choice. It's a pretty good scribe. So the options here are Hex the 4/4. Bish bash bosh. Or the other option was Dark Iron Dwarf. Run all the guys in there. But we just want to keep his board as clear as possible. Another Hex off the top of the deck. It's not a Hex.
Tragedy. Better write this down. They grow up so fast.
Yep, that's a pretty lucky draw. Welcome to going first. Welcome indeed to I went first. .deck. Nothing you can do. He went first, he won. I go first, I win. in that game because I'm still at 30 life. Every time he makes something, I kill it. I just run my guys in. It was just every single turn he went first, so all of his minions had rush or charge, and I took 30 damage as a result. Yeah, a lot of games are like that, it's just whoever goes first, really. Like, if I go first, my scribe goes into his scribe, and he doesn't get to do a gloop sprayer. So you can see the huge amount of difference it has. When you've both got exactly the same cards and the same kind of plan. Could be good. So let's get this charge hammer rock and rolling. Wow, he's just ruined his turn 4 right there. Absolutely ruined his turn 4. And that has cost him the game. Can't be making a 3-2 as your turn 4 play. Might even make this straight away and then just convert this and just start pounding. Like, this doesn't actually seem that bad a plan. I don't want any of these cards. So I'll just take the one that draws me another card instead. That's not a bad hex. I think we can get greedier with the hex. Don't feel like a world-class swipe, that. Like, what are you doing, really? We have stabilised at 13 HP. As long as he doesn't make 5 2/2 Treants this turn. I guess we can use a hex there. Like, if I didn't draw the second hex, I would never hex that. I'd just trade my guys in. wipe number 2. Oh, that's a nice draw. I'll have another card. Thank you very much. Not the greatest. Oh, spicy.
Do you call that a weapon?
Maybe could have saved that guy for the bloodlust. How many piloted shredders can one person have? I do have to ask. So again, if he's got something big like a Kraken, we've still got the big game hunter for killing it. Which is why I'm happy using the Hex there. Just don't want him having the value. You see, and there's the Blessing of the Ancient that I just know he's been stuck with all game. That he's never been able to use.
I can see.
Because I didn't let him. I was just always smashing his guys. 6 and 1. Good start.
Rastakan versus Anduin. The light shall bring victory.
You stand before King Rastakan.
So, you know, there's a little bit of me wants to keep a Hex because when you're against a priest at 6 wins, you're thinking he's got make some guys and buff some guys. He's got that kind of deck, and Hex just destroys those kind of cards. Give me a good lackey. Yep, that was a good lackey. Like, Pantry Spider's a really poor card. So it's the perfect opportunity to actually get it out here. Because if he's got some kind of buffs for this guy, we've got obviously the Kobold Lackey to finish it off. Why would you ever Power Word Shield that card? Why would you ever do that? It doesn't care. It doesn't matter if you're going to magnetize something to it. That's so bad. It's like, why? I just have to ask, why would you do something like that?
Such a beautiful design.
Like, this card, Power Word Shield, is incredible when you use it on something that's actually got some value. You just don't use it in that particular spot. So we're just going to keep the board clear because we do have this scribe on 6. And we don't want to let him get mechs because he's just going to magnetize other mechs to it.
tragedy. Better write this down.
I see mech, I kill mech. Hopefully we can get some of our late game. Like, so far we've been carried by that hammer, haven't we? Just zapping everything for 2 damage, going, I'm a shaman, I shouldn't be doing this.
I wonder.
Hey, that's great with my time rewinder, right? Pick it up, put it back down.
Not move quickly.
Do you call that a
Put it on paper. What a tragedy. Better write this down.
Yeah, let's shove him back out there.
Repairs available.
It's a 5/5. Oh, it's a walking fountain. Do we want to damage our fountain? Really? I mean, this is 14 damage to the face next turn. And I've got Witch's Brew in hand to heal it back up to full, so we're just going to take that risk. Of course he gets that lucky, of course. Never lucky.
I wonder.
Come on.
Not move quickly.
Wee, wee, wee.
In the light's name.
Gives himself a 0.5. Absolutely beautiful.
X marks the spot. X marks the spot.
So we hit it for 1 just because it's a 50-50 whether it self-heals there and prevents him from healing for 3.
Let me change your mind.
Hex-worthy? Probably hex-worthy. That's a very nice Dark Iron Dwarf off the top of the deck.
Do you call that a weapon?
Die, landlubber.
Well, he got my hex out of me, which, you know, wasn't happy. But I've still got the big game hunter if he drops something ridiculously huge.
Done.
Die, landlubber.
Whoops. Screwed that one up. I'm going to keep this in my hand. I think it's too valuable to just throw out there. Especially when he's holding 2 cards. One's probably like a mind control that he doesn't want to play. Maybe it's a Holy Nova. Ah, the buffs, aren't they? No? Not even a buff? Yep, sure. Shadow Word Death makes a lot of sense.
Die, landlubber.
Not great. It's okay. It's not great. He's got like another Shadow Word Death. I suspect so. Cogmaster, wow. Just chucking it out there. Sacrificial lamb. Let's make room for a piloted shredder on the board. Is he going to do anything? This guy's 6-1. Just gonna point that out. This guy's 6-1. He hasn't done anything. Yeah, Shaman casually strolling along to a 7-1 start. And that's all we want. You always just want to get to 7 wins, you know, get infinite. You're after all the packs. Packs are good. We're getting up to 5 PM, so my dinner. I'll have to start working on that maybe in about 30 minutes. So I guess this is going to be the last draft for this particular session. We've got the axe. Really important to get the axe when you get up to 7 wins. Like, it's probably the most important card in your early turns. Especially against Druid, where they're just looking to absolutely dump all their guys out. And they've managed to get the best 2-drop in the game, so of course they're going to coin it out. And we've just got to carry on smashing into it. As best we can.
Well met.
From nothing, power.
Obviously, power of the wild, obviously.
Squire, attend me.
Ready, sir.
This is what Druid does. Just tries to dump absolutely everything else on the board. Well, that's a nice little lightning bolt we've got there.
Where shall I strike?
So the minion he played on turn 1, we finally got off him on turn 7. And he got us all the way down to 10 HP as a result. Like, thanks for that.
Beautiful design.
And now we draw our charged hammer, which would have been incredible about 20 turns earlier there.
There is a lot at stake.
We can't really run our guys in. He always has the answer here. It's just like every single piece of removal. He's just got the whole lot.
Such a beautiful design.
Puts me to 2. And the thing is, he doesn't get to do any of this if he doesn't get the Darnassus. If he doesn't go coin Darnassus, he does nothing the entire game. It's literally, oh look, I've got the best possible card in my opening hand. And I've got 3 hexes and drew, like, none of them as well to deal with his other stuff. It's like, hex, no, hex, no, hex, no. Guess I lose then.
Rastakan versus Thrall.
For Doomhammer,
You stand before King Rastakan.
So we need a weapon here, so I'm going to keep 1 Bloodsail Raider so we've got something to do on turn 2. But we really need to see one of our axes. Here's the thing, like if I had 1 Hagatha Scheme, his entire board blows up. But I was never offered it. That's how good Hagatha's Scheme is. You've got all these people who are just going super wide because you have to play that way, and the scheme just absolutely wrecks them. Wow, really? Really, you're going to give him evil conscriptor? Really? Unbelievable. Like, how can you do that? I'll just give him the best 2-drop in the game. Why can't it be the one that's a battle cry, get a lackey? Yes, welcome to going second, where someone just absolutely destroys you with lackeys. Just high rolls the lackey on the play and goes, I guess I win. So we're going to hex this next turn after he does his little overload.
From nothing, power.
Taunt totem as well? No? Okay. Well, that makes a change. Oh, a fountain. It's actually pretty good. Fountain gives me a chance.
Love my new recipe.
And you're getting a lightning bolt. Are we done? You've got 1 mana. Are we just going to sit here? Do I get to play? Thank you. It's very kind of you to let me have a turn there. Welcome to Going Sexy. He never gets to play Soul of the Murloc if I go first. Because he doesn't have a board. Like, this whole board is literally... the result of him going first.
The pen is mightier with the sword.
So we've got to do that to be able to zap it with the hero ability next turn.
Squire, attend me.
Ready, sir.
So we die to Bloodlust, but I can't waste Witch's Brew there.
insist.
Can we go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and just heal up here?
There is a lot at stake here. To battle!
Is someone injured?
Well, I'm glad all of his minions are at full health. Okay, we've got a chance. Bloodlust now, off the top of the deck. No, he still wants to go face. This guy. Oh no, he's trading! It's a Christmas miracle! He's found the trade button. He has emptied his load onto the board. And now he's down to the top of the deck. And of course, rips that fountain. So rip, rip, rip. Look at me, I'm so skillful with the best card right off the top of the deck. I've got to try and get some value out of this lackey.
Ogre time!
That's a great way of getting value. And that's a nice 7-drop as well. Another fountain. Oh, beautiful. So good.
Better write this down.
Like, this game was hard work. Hagatha scheme? Is that what he's possibly drawn for 1 there? Scheme for 3? Another walking fountain.
This is going to be amazing.
That's his 2nd fountain. I have lethal. Do you have a taunt totem? Taunt totem stops lethal.
I wonder.
Is he baby raging? Oh, no, he's back. Not a taunt totem. Yeah, when he gave me that free walking fountain, it was just like, have a free walking fountain. I was just like, you know what? I've got a chance now. Casually heal for 14. But that game was a lot harder than it should have been.
Rastakan versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
You start.
It's that witch's brew again. Leave me alone, witch's brew. That's much better. But we are going second, so it's going to be some effort.
For a little while, I pack a big punch.
So it's the old, make this on the play, kill everything your opponent plays for the rest of the game. Is that what you're going to do? Do I have to hex this guy?
Pain speak to me.
Nope, no. That works for me. Because that is a shocking turn 3 from him. If I get the healing totem here, I may change how I play. In fact, I still might just as well clear with the lightning bolt so he doesn't draw too many cards. Or we just lightning bolt the 4-2, which also seems fine.
Noah, speak to me.
Thailand lover.
Like, our next turn isn't great, but I'm assuming he's going to ping something on my side of the board, really. So I can always just Witch's Brew.
Thailand lover.
So he's going to magnetize something to this 3-1. I'm going to hex it. He's going to be sad. Please give it +5/+5 and then go face.
Didn't sign up for this. Squire, attend me.
Ready, sir.
Tusk, tusk!
Thailand lover.
So we're just going to attack his face here because I don't want him having 3/1/1s there. And apparently we find the person playing 2 arcane explosions. It's like, okay. You are welcome.
If you insist.
But we've got our walking fountain. Oh, of course, Firelands Portal, yeah. Just again, just another person with all the value. It's like, teach me this skill of just getting all the value all of the time. So we might be hexing this as well, but we've got the walking fountain to punch. No, actually, we're hexing this guy.
Well played.
Oh, I love it when they think it's well played. So that's 2 and then 5. So that's 7 in total. It's like they forget walking fountain's a thing.
Answer the call of the light.
It's a really good card, Grand Crusader. I guess he's probably got Pyro in hand and thought, hey, I'm hitting him for 10.
Never shifting day.
Well, it's got to be a good card for me. Because it sure as hell isn't going to be this lackey. Hex off the top. Not a hex.
Reporting for duty. Legend difference ends here.
Well, we didn't get there.
I am finished here.
But it was a pretty good run. 8 wins. I think it's quite a good result with this deck. We just needed a bit more luck with our hexes there. On his shovel fists and things like that. We have gold.